What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that hasn't really been brought up a bunch, and that has to do with the newest Transcendence hero, Alikita. We haven't really talked about her all that much. When she first came out, we kind of thought her kit sounds really good, and I think a lot of people agree. Now, some people are starting to get her into Destiny Transition, and we're going to start be able to see what this hero's like. It kind of sucks that it takes like a full month after a hero releases to actually get enough noble, to get her a noble core of origin to test her. But this is looking like a lot of people really want this hero to be good, and might be the new best AoE damage dealer as well. We'll have to see. Maybe better than Star Swordsman Mockman, maybe better than even Doom Terminator Vulcan. We'll have to see, but hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's talk about Infinite Era Alikita. So we have talked about this hero. We thought that her kit was pretty strong. The way that she hits after the fact, when we talk about her sublimations, they're like really good. Even her basic attack has some really cool abilities that allow her to potentially silence, freeze, stun, petrify, all these different things. Her kit sounds very good, and the fact that a lot of her abilities too are kind of smart effects too are kind of interesting. Even when we take a look at her Destiny Transition skill, it's actually pretty good because it is another one that's dealing AoE damage and then additional damage for every debuff the target has. So in a meta where you want to try to put as many debuffs on the enemy as possible to keep them crowd controlled, if they keep those debuffs, then having Alikita hit them in the face is absolute destruction, because so much of her kit is about dealing extra damage based on the number of debuffs they have. And I don't think I'm the only one that thinks this, because if you actually take a trip over to the auction house and see the two newest highest price copies out there, you can see Jesus thinks so. Jesus bought, it looks like probably the SS stone that was from this last one, and I think this one might also be the SSS stone from this last Soul Awakening session. I think both of these were probably the ones used from it, because I think I don't know, that's not a real account. Level 114 Itachi and Ziggy. Oh, Itachi and Ziggy doing all the black market sales. So probably what happened is, like, I really don't know what happened. Maybe it was sold to them and then they resold it. I don't know. You can see why a lot of people want to leave their name anonymous. Jesus is always one that's always put his name out there. And yes, you can tell Jesus is here, still plays the game. He's still here, and he bought the SS version, which had Giant Killer and stuff, which is cool. Ship Crusher, Hunter Focus. Doesn't have Defier. I don't know if Defier is going to be cool. But then we have the new highest record by quite a bit. Now, when you see something sold for 650,000 or Starry Gems, it doesn't actually sell for that much. Most of the time it's listed for a much higher price. For this example, we'll say is listed for 650,000. They come to a deal, I'll buy it for 450,000. They then sell it, and then they'll transfer back 200,000 to the original buyer. That way they guarantee get the copy. Either way, though, that is a crazy amount of Starry Gems in one transaction. If we want to go with in-game value, so just purely in-game value, divided by 2,500, holy, this is a $26,000 copy. Granted, it's definitely not gone for that, but that is like a new grand record right there. Literally, what, like, this one is probably closer to like 17, 18, right? 460. Again, not a single person is buying that many Starry Gems in game nowadays. They're all buying them on the black market. But if we divide it by that, all the way by 100, this is like 18,400. But still, you have to figure this is kind of crazy, because even if we're talking about this, let me divide this by 2,500. 650,000 divided by 2,500 is essentially 260. That's where you'd normally multiply by $100 for the big pack. We're instead going to multiply this for probably around like 25 bucks, because if you guys didn't know, on the black market you can usually get the Starry Gems for about 25% of the normal price. So 2,500, instead of buying them for 100 in game, you can usually get them for 25. If you guys want the hookup from Itachi and Ziggy or whatever, hit me up on Discord. I'll get you in contact with them. Tell them Barry Gaming sent you. They'll get you a good deal, because sometimes it fluctuates between like 20 and 30, sometimes higher. It just depends on what the demand is, the supply is, all that fun stuff. But even if we're talking about this right here at 25% of the normal rate, it's still 6,500 bucks. Now, that doesn't sound as crazy It doesn't sound nearly as crazy as like $25,000, but like, let's be honest, there's been multiple people going in on this. I don't know who these, I mean, iOS, obviously, right? iOS, that's their Google Play, that's the Google Play. I'd love to see what this hero turns into. 89, 82, 94, 90. This is a perfect attack roll at that. It just needs to get a reroll for probably Giant Killer, because most people who are going to use this Alikita copy are going to be damage dealing ones. But it's crazy to see we have a new high record here. And like I said, that's not the right hero. That's the right hero. This hero seems really interesting because even beyond that, with Wipeout, once she's been killed, she'll inflict her abilities on the enemies as well. It's just really unique. She has such a good kit, and honestly, she's probably the first Transcendence hero since Betty that really kind of stuck out, because Gaggy is like this weird counter attack that doesn't fit in the meta. Yormtum was like a subpar assassin that even as our Yormtum has, with lots of power, still can't do too much. Patricia had some like value. She has some unique ability. I know there are people that went in on her. I don't think a single person went in on Luna. Luna's kit just kind of sounds garbage. And then now we have Alikita that sounds absolutely amazing. And I think you can kind of like gauge it by this list here. Like you saw some Patricias. You even still see Betty up there at the very top. There's like a Luna here, and that's probably one that came from like a Soul Awakening session or something. But beyond that, you're seeing G-Sters, mainly Betty's. There's a couple Patricias that sold right after she came out because she kind of looked promising. And now we have Alikita at the top. So I'm intrigued to test this hero out, because I think we're going to be able to jump on JC's account. He doesn't quite have her at Destiny Transition yet, and if you don't have them at Destiny Transition, well, that kind of really hurts you because you're missing like potentially 100% damage bonus. So there's that, but I do think this potentially has a chance to be a very strong hero, and I can't wait to test it out. If you're one of those big whales, megalodons, whatever, that has her and you have Destiny Transition unlocked, please hit me on Discord. I would love to jump on and test this hero. Now, besides that, I'm going to be continuing to try to push out a bunch of content here this week for you guys. I had a couple days there because of the kids being sick and everything that I just had to miss it. I just couldn't fit in time to make videos. Either that or I was like running off like a couple hours sleep and I was just dead tired. So we will get back to a bunch more content. Leave a comment here as well. Let me know what type of content you want to see in the next week. Do you want to see some like kind of like what we did yesterday with the old school, where you kind of like do a retrospect? I had one video idea I want to do coming up. I think the what if. It's kind of like a what if. You guys ever see the Marvel what if on Disney Plus or anything? What if certain things happen in the game? How would that change the meta? Because I've been thinking about it a lot, and it sounds like it'd be a cool topic. If you guys want to hear it, let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Can't wait to test this hero out. It seems like a lot of people really want to. I'll see you guys next time.